Let's see. Oh man, of course. I never have water when I start the live streams. Now I have to get up, get water, which is fine. It's fine. All right. Yo, what's up? What's up, Combs family? Welcome. Sent 2 star jewels. Let's go. Thank you. Metal Detecting England. Welcome to the live stream. Let's look at Jasmine for you really quick. Okay, we're still in the waiting room. 205 is still. We're still basically waiting to break that area. So, I really hope it goes up. I really hope it goes up for you, man. I really do. I'm really rooting for you. I hope you know that. From the bottom of my heart, man, you've done everything right where you held it, and that's exactly what happened to me. But I was holding OXT, and that went obviously you already know. But this has a chance, man. You're making a higher low here. The best case scenario is you make a higher low, you validate some sort of major uptrend forming, and you get a breakout. You get a huge cup and handle forming, and you get a structure like this, which how many times have we seen? I know that's a lot of hopium, but obviously I like you, so I hope, I'm giving you hopium basically. Dream Tanks, welcome to the live stream, man. What's good? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, same old, same old. Dude, did you see every single time I say it, man, Shiba Inu? Remember, I was literally like, oh, I'm going to buy Shiba Inu, and I didn't. I hate saying that, but I was about to buy $4,000, which was 1 billion. I would have made like $1,200. Ugh, so frustrating. I don't know if you guys were here when I said that, but it is really frustrating. It is really frustrating. Ugh. Vladimir, welcome to the live stream. Johnny says August 14th, 44K. Johnny, welcome to the live stream. Please analyze Zilliqa. I haven't looked at Zilliqa in a very long time. I think we used to make videos on Zilliqa because this used to be a member coin, but we'll take a look at Zilliqa. Bro, check Reiko. What's up, man? Welcome to the live stream. I'll pull this up. I don't see Reiko. I'm assuming it's a DEX coin. Let me see. You got to give me a little bit more information on it. I'm assuming it's the one on Pump Fund, which again, these are really gamble plays, so I hope it works out for you, but good luck with this. It's a 500,000 market cap. Draw off BTC FIB from 2021 high to low. I think it needs to hit 28K, which is the 236. Let's see. You said draw FIB from 2021 high to 2022 low. You think it's gonna go down to 21K? Oh, 28K. 28K is a 382, but not if you're on linear. I'm on logarithmic, so that does that is probably around the 236 based off of your chart. I don't think it's gonna go that low, man. That's crazy. I think at best case it's gonna go down to the point 0.5, which is around 44,000. If not, you get like a final capitulation down. This is where I'm buying BTC though. Hidden bull. That's so funny. You think I'm dumb? You could also FOMO in. I know you wrote that, and I know you're looking for a react. Okay, yeah. You know what? All right. I'm gonna imagine how dumb. Well, actually, I should say that. Imagine how you would look at me if I actually did that right now. Like, imagine if I actually brought up Robinhood right now and I bought, bro. I'm not. What the hell? I'm not FOMOing in. The only time I would FOMO in is with Bitcoin if we finally get that reversal, because once we get that reversal, I feel like, again, you can make money in Bitcoin during the bull market. So that's the only time that I'll do it. I'm not touching that other stuff anymore ever. And it's funny because I know it's like it's repetitive, repetition, but I need to say it anyway because it's like it becomes part of you. It's like muscle. It's like, no, I'm not gonna do it because that's where I'm coming from, right? I'm pretty sure that's where most of people heard me from. Oh, I'm gonna buy altcoins and get rich. I'm gonna do it right and dollar cost average down, like metal detecting England, and your coin just like struggles or goes to zero. Which I'm not saying that it will. Jasmine will metal detect England. I took my headset off for a second and missed it. Missed what? That would go to BTC is going lower. I think so too. That would be amazing if it ever goes back to 5 cents. I think it will. I think it will. I don't think Jasmine is gonna fail, but again, I didn't think OXT was gonna fail either, and it totally failed. So please just be careful, man. Artist who contributed artwork to multiple projects, including Pudgy Penguins, in the past launched his own coin, Reiko. It is a gamble, man, but I mean, you're forming some sort of uptrend, you're forming some sort of ceiling, so just be careful because if you don't get this breakout, then you're gonna have a big capitulation down, okay? So I guess you can't really do TA on this, but I guess technically the next target on the upside is 0.5 cent, which as of today is around a 7x, making the market cap around 3.5 million. So again, it could 10x from there and still be only a 35 million market cap. So I hope this goes up for you. Good luck. Not financial advice. Let me look at Zilliqa for the gentleman who asked for it earlier really quick. And then we could keep on going. Yeah, so for Zilliqa, you had resistance over here. You're in this downtrend. You actually made a lower low here. And that's exactly what we said. If you don't get a breakout, you had a nice move. But again, it's not like you would have necessarily known to sell it. This was a 129% move. So it's crazy that you had Zilliqa go up 129% and you didn't even hit resistance overhead. So again, you really don't want to buy, like Mr. Bull said, Hidden Bull said, when a price is up 129%, you really don't want to buy it unless you FOMO in because you think it's going to go up. And I'm saying that the only reason why I would do that is with Bitcoin, and it's when Bitcoin finally starts going up because we know it goes up. Excuse me. We know it goes up and we know it eventually gets to all-time high and breaks out based off of every single cycle. So if we know that, why wouldn't we buy Bitcoin? Oh, but we're not going to become rich. Yeah, well, you might not become rich buying these coins and gambling, but you might become rich, so to each their own. Anyways, so for Zilliqa, unfortunately, you broke the low, and we need to redraw this. You're still in this downtrend, though. The previous low here, you might actually come and fill this 2020 low at around 202, but then again, if you do, man, that's brutal. 6 years, 5 to 6 years of just non-stop selling pressure. So again, resistance overhead still coincides perfectly with this downtrend. So we're going to do the same thing. It doesn't necessarily have to come up here, but you do have resistance up here at between 2072 and 1 cent 40. Yo, Silver Days for $2, man. Thank you so much for the 2 beans. Let's go. Yo, thank you, man. I really appreciate the super chat. First super chat of the day, and we're 10 minutes in. I'm guessing 44K. August got it. Oh, you're guessing 44K? Well, when that happens, I'll be buying it. So I'll be buying BTC. I already have some money set aside for it. I don't know if I'm gonna put all of it in at once. But again, I'm working with around, I don't know, it always varies. It's like 5 to 10K, where it'll be scary because I could buy point 0.1 at 4.4K, 44 thousand, and then if that goes up like 2 to 3x, that's around 15 grand. But if I put in 10K, it's a little bit more. But what about if it goes down? Then if I don't do it, then I have another 5K to dollar cost average with it. So I don't know yet, but when we get to that point, that's when I'm going to be looking into making content with it. I might even end up buying it on the live streams. So only buying XRP or Bitcoin. Yeah, XRP is fine. Maybe Solana. I don't like Solana. I think Solana is like done. But I hope it goes up for you. I'm not saying that because I don't know, man. I'm not that big onto Solana. I don't like the whole Solana casino. I don't like the meme casino. I think that's very bad business. So no more scam coins. Yeah, exactly. And just be careful. If you're buying Solana, that's one thing. Just like if you're buying Ethereum, that's one thing. But if you're buying like the coins that are on Ethereum, then it's like, okay, well now you're really, really straying off and hoping that you get a 10x or hoping you get like a 2018 alt season. But your coin has to be the one. Hidden Bull says takes 1,000 times to build muscle memory. At least that's what my Kung Fu Sensei taught me. Yeah, no more crap coins. No more doo-doo coins. No more doo-doo coins. There we go. I added 3 to my I added 3 to my my XP bar. Zurini Candle says I bought 300 at 350 market cap. Oh, so you're already up 2x. You're almost up 2x, right? Yeah, you bought at 350 market cap. It's 545, so you might get a nice move. Yeah, man, I hope you break out. If you break out, then definitely take profits. Not financial advice, but definitely take profits. Those are some of the coins that end up going up and then just like dumping out of nowhere. So Dream Tank Sense, bro. I'm looking at CHGG stock. Check it out on the weekly. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much. What is this? Chug? Like a chug jug? You guys remember that? Chug jug? I played season 1 and season 2. I mean, you might have consolidation here followed by a breakout, even if you hit the 200-day weekly moving average at, what is it? Why is it like that? Oh, there we go. $6.65. Yeah, that's only a 600% move. That's pretty good. And yeah, see, another thing, if you had bought here when it was extremely oversold, made a lower low, higher low on the RSI, this is like what we look at, and this is exactly what I've been looking at for the last couple times, and I'm like, oh, if I had held Uniswap, I would have been fine, or even Shiba Inu, and now Shiba's running. So this is around a 300% move, which is good. Yeah, if you get consolidation, you are getting rejected, but if you manage to, and you already came down and retested this low, I don't like that because I don't like the fact that you actually came up here and made a lower high, validating a downtrend. But if you manage to establish this floor, once you break out 361, and then the 0.5 coincides with the 200-day weekly moving average, which is at $6.65. So you might get like a massive move followed by a nasty sell-off, or it might just go to the moon. I mean, a lot of these stocks and even coins, you just end up making lower highs and then come back down. But very few times, like even Disney that's been around for more than 10, 15, 20 years, it still hasn't done anything. So you'll know once you get the breakout. Zebik, yes sir. You and Vision live at the same time. Well, he actually lived a little bit earlier. He live streamed a little bit earlier than me. Is he still live right now? Let me see. Yeah, he is still live. Yeah, he's live right now, but he started 2 hours ago, so he should be done soon. Zebik, let's take a look at Zebik. Oops. Yeah, Zebik Network. Nothing's changed from yesterday's update video, actually. Ooh, this is on the weekly. Yeah, I thought we were going to get a breakout, but we didn't. Unfortunately, we are getting stuck in this downtrend. And the lower we go, the more it validates this downtrend silver days. Again, you don't necessarily have to break down below this previous level of support, which it tagged back here in February. But what you really want to see is a higher low here and another attempt at breaking this downtrend. Once that breaks, then you can argue for some sort of, breakout cup and handle forming, upward channel forming, which we do see. I mean, this is literally what, I don't mean to sound super bullish, but because it could come down, but this is what SNEC did for the most part. And I know SNEC because flip coins, I always looked at this, where you get this like nasty sell-off and then you get the next higher high, nasty sell-off and then the next higher high, and you still end up in an upward channel. And then once you're bearish, then you're coming back down and typically retesting the 618786 support, which this has already done. So I think SNEC, there's only so much more selling for SNEC. I think we've bottomed, and you might as well just hold it now and get some sort of move up. Whether that move up is going to hit the downtrend or a breakout, I don't know, but we'll see. I found a gem. So I found a gem. Maybe. Chug Jug, maybe. The how-to, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. Try to catch the live streams. Always take a look. Alrighty. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're welcome, man. You are welcome, CHGG. Yeah, thanks for coming by always and hanging out with me and freaking contributing to the chat and the channel. Because when there's no one in here, man, literally all I do is this. All I do is lose. No, I'm just joking. All I do is win, no matter what. Yeah, so we actually need to do this anyway, but when people are in here typing so much, this is what I like doing, just coming over here, going to the gainers. Yeah, like what is this? Euler is up 46%. Yeah, when you make videos, Espresso, I love Espresso. Yeah, like these coins are up. Man, I need to take a look at it. Benki, do you guys remember Benki? Benki's an oldie, man. Yeah, we gotta actually take a look at these because that's ad revenue right there. Euler, EUL. Yeah, so the problem is I don't have Coinbase anymore. So I need to actually go over here on the retail site, and it's not like I can sign in or sign up. THQ. So I need to see these top gainers because these get me a lot of views. These definitely get me a lot. Like each video I make on this is probably gonna make me $1. DIA, you guys are like $1 at 50 cents. Yeah, but it's compounding, man. I mean, I post 5 videos. I'm live anyway. I post 5 videos. That's like $2.50. That's money, man. Espresso and then Benki. Yeah, I'll do that. All right, we'll do Benki and then Espresso. And then we got to take a look at Double O coin because it seems like it just keeps pumping. All right, and then we can get rid of it. Let's see. Thank you so much for being live, bro. Yeah, you're welcome, man. Thank you. Thank you for coming by all the time. Metal Detecting England says, I'll definitely be tipping. You don't have to, man, but I appreciate it. You definitely don't have to. Don't feel obligated to. Even if you've tipped before, don't feel like you have to super chat. That's exactly why I make these videos, right? So you guys are here hanging out with me, but while you guys are doing it, I'm literally clipping videos too, and I'm posting them after the fact because that's what gets me ad revenue. So don't feel like you have to. I always say that because some people like I just want to make sure you don't feel obligated to. I guess I can't really control people's feelings, but I don't want there to be a negative bounce and then somehow think negatively about me. Like, oh, I'm making you. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, just now if you make like $1 million and you want to send me like $20, yo, I'll take it. I'll definitely take it, man. Oh man, it's really hot right now. I'll definitely be tipping if it goes back up. Do you think XCN could go back up to 5 cents? Yeah, I think XCN too, because XCN actually had a nasty. We make weekly videos on XCN, so they recently added XCN to Robinhood, right? Let me see. Yeah, I think XCN's also another good one. I think more XCN. Yeah, because they added Robinhood here. Yeah, so they added XCN to Robinhood in 2025 December, so 7 months ago. I think that because Jasmy's not on Robinhood, I think XCN has a better potential of going up than Jasmy. Just my opinion. Obviously you're holding a million of those two. I think there's definitely more of an upside potential for XCN. XCN did great, man. I mean, look at this, dude. It did a 70x, and you're still up 400% from the low. Like, I don't think this thing's ever going to come back down. Whereas if you just simply compare the two, if you just simply compare Jasmy and XCN, like Jasmy gave it all back. And then in some cases, you got coins like Goldfinch, or do you guys remember we used to look at Goldfinch, and then we used to look at Pangolin, where you had this massive rally. Do you guys remember that? I was getting tons of views on that, 20x. And then it's like all the way down. It's like, be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful. Oh man, we broke the low. And then like, this makes no sense to me. You go up 20x and then you give it all back and more. Horrible. I don't like that. Another coin is PNG. And this is kind of just so you can see the similarities between Jasmy, XCN, and where we have coins like PNG that did a massive move, and Goldfinch that did a massive move, and then now you're coming back down here and retesting the lows. I don't know. So that's why I think, okay, well, hey, XCN's a lot better. It's getting listed on it just got listed on Robinhood. I think that's better. And it's really important to think about that because it's growing. If you're not growing, you're staying the same, which means that you're actually going down. Can you please look at Toshi? Yes, sir. Let's take a look at Toshi. We haven't looked at Toshi since for a long time. Yeah, so Toshi, if you're not establishing this low, and if you break down, you're coming back down, retesting these lows, which is what this purple box is down here. You might still come back up here, make a lower high, but if you're holding, traders will be taking profits here, which also does coincide perfectly with the 200-day moving average at 3018, which is resistance overhead here. However, if you're holding it, you need to break this area, and then you're looking at a bigger move to the upside. So, unfortunately, with Toshi, bearer bad news. It's not bullish, and yeah, that's it. If I hit $1 million, I'll send you 50K in crypto, so you can have it faster and better to access. Yo, if you make $1 million, you'll send me $50,000 on Robinhood in crypto. Can you send me Bitcoin? Can you send me Bitcoin, and then like I actually will not sell it? I'll just have it in my Robinhood. That way, when I have my live streams, I know you guys are like, oh yeah, you're gonna sell it, dude. I haven't touched any. I've been live streaming and getting ad revenue for the last 3 years. November of 2023, I started. I haven't touched or spent any of my YouTube money. It's literally all sitting in a completely new savings account that I created that's called Crypto Analysis. I'm not even joking. So, now Hidden Bull might be saying, oh my God, you're earning 3% on that when you could be earning, a lot more, which a lot of people have told me. Not a lot of people, one of my friends that I told him that. He was like, oh my God, you could be like getting 8 to 12% on it. But for me, for my peace of mind, I just want to keep it separate. But anyway, that is a testimony to like, hey, I'm going to keep it and I'll just like make content with it. Because then people are like, oh my God, this guy has 50K in Bitcoin. That's a lot of money. Let's watch him. And yeah, I think my year with ad revenue and with Super Chat for going on 3 years, I think I'm at like 10.4K, which is a lot of money. I know a lot of people don't like talk about it, but I really don't care. It doesn't matter. If I can sit over here for 3 years and make like however much it is like per year, which a lot of people, again, it's a lot of work. Maybe if one of you does it, you guys can do it better and you get more viral and things like that. I guess it's all variable. There are so many variable instances, which is when I move to the house, like I want to create a better environment and a better, what do you call it, like a background and stuff where it looks nicer, it's more appealing, so people could click on the live stream and actually stay. But yeah, if I can do it, man, anybody can do it. And I hope if this inspires any of you, I hope you do it better than me. And then maybe that way I can learn. Be like, yo, what's this guy doing that is making so much more money, so much more ad revenue? Because again, it's really important. It's like, that's why I make my weekly update videos. That's why we look at these. Oh yeah, it's up 40% because I can make like $1 on a video. And if you think about it, it's like I post, let's just say 1,000 videos a year. It's a little bit more because I have like 7,000 videos, right, on my YouTube. So I make $1 on a video. It doesn't include super chats, right? So let's just exclude that, or let's just say 50 cents or 75 cents a video. It's just like a numbers game. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, the more you produce, the more money you get. So anyways, I hope that made sense. Not financial advice, just my opinion. But yeah, if you hit $1 million, man, 50K in crypto, that's a lot of money though. Don't feel like you have to also just because you said that. You totally don't have to. I hope you make your million anywhere. And if I get $500, man, I'll be freaking happy. I'll be happy with anything, dude. That's what I'm here for. I have my life. This is extra, right? So it's like, don't feel like I need it. Like don't feel like you need to super chat, basically. Now, lesson 101 in sales. Some people are like, well, why is he saying that? Like, you want it. Yeah, I get it, but hold on. Time out. The fact that you guys are here watching is also contributing to the channel and the ad revenue and the watch hours, which is really important on YouTube stats. Like the extra stuff is like the super chats, extra bonuses, which I do appreciate. So thank you so much for that. Meow, did you buy Litecoin? No, I didn't. And yeah, I want to be a hidden bull, man. Like I want to be a freaking. I'm not gonna get to that point. I'm not gonna say never. I should not talk like that in extreme ways, but I'll be comfortable when I am comfortable and we're actually like, going long and shorting it, which unfortunately I can't do right now. I'll be happy playing that game, especially on the live stream and making like a couple $100 or whatever. I just need to make sure I don't overstep and like lose track of the goal. I feel like it's really easy. I make $100, I'm like, oh my god, I can make 1,000, and then I lose everything, and then I get liquidated. Meow, did you buy Litecoin? I did not, but again, Litecoin was another one that I was like, I'm gonna buy because we're extremely oversold, and had I bought it, we would have been up around 20%, which is still 20%, $200 if I put in 1,000. Shirley Fortress says, Steph. What is this? Steph ETH, what? Oh, Pulse Chain. Is it this? Yeah, be careful with this. 500,000 market cap. I guess you're still making a high or low. You're still I guess you can argue you're still in this channel. So I'd say you break the downtrend, you're probably going to come back down and retesting these lows. But if you break out, then, I mean, the world's your oyster. It's a 500,000 market cap. Good for you, brother. You worked hard these past years. Thank you, David. I really appreciate it. Don't worry. It will be worth it, bro. Hell yeah. That's what I'm hoping. Because think about it. It's like okay, so like 3 years. Oh, my God. So in 10 years. No, in 30 years. Okay, 3 years. So 3,000. Okay, let's just say it's like going to be 3,000. Um, 3K a year. So what is that? 10 years, that's like 30 grand. Yeah, that's freaking sure. Good for you, brother. Don't worry, it'll be worth it. Only 16% of people in the UK got over 5Gs in the market. We are still early. Hidden Bull says 90% of crypto traders get wrecked on their first leverage trade. It takes a lot of discipline to follow the rules. Yeah, so I'm hoping Hidden Bull. So my whole plan, because we kind of knew when the bear market started, or at least I suspected it once we started breaking down. So once we start breaking here, I said, okay, it's bear market. That's why we started drawing this, and we completely changed the chart. My whole goal was to make money by this point, and I didn't. Because the whole goal was the last 2 years, dollar cost average into, I know you're going to be like, you're an idiot. Not really, but I dollar cost average into altcoin that completely wrecked me, right? Oh my God, like it's going to go up and I'm going to get some money. The perfect dream was I'm going to have that money where then I can then put that money in dollar cost average. I would have already been in Bitcoin. I wouldn't have cared. I would have already probably been buying $1,000 at a time because of like my goal on how much money I would have made during or wanted to make during the bull market. So the fact that I didn't get that this entire time is that, okay, so now I have to wait until the absolute bottom to dollar cost average the rest of the money that I pulled out of the market, which I'm comfortable basically putting back into the market. So basically the reason why I'm telling you that is that I'm not even going to start that until the next bull run. Because again, this is long game, right? Hidden bull. So this is like probably 4 years, 2028, 2029. Because just like here, when we know the bear market started, theoretically this time buying into doing the same thing, buying BTC is going to get me money, 10, 20, 30,000. So by the time we're up here, whatever it's going to be, and when the bear market starts, then I could be like, yo, hidden bull, we're extremely overbought. I think we're going to get a capitulation. We're going to look at the liquidity heat map. We'll look at all that stuff and say, oh, hey, like I'm going to place a short in right now. And then I'll have money to do that. So that's the dream. You know what I mean? That's my goal. That's my plan. And my plan hasn't started yet because we're not at 43,000 yet. DIA had a move, was overdue. Yeah, DIA also, this is also listed on Robinhood too. I think Robinhood coins are probably going to get a move, especially Shiba Inu just got a move. DIA is getting a move. Yeah, a lot of Robinhood coins are probably going to get a move right now. That's nice. Friggin' 30%, bam. We're going to make a video on DIA too, but we're just reading the live stream right now. We're just reading the chat, making sure. Because eventually it's going to die down and people are going to stop talking, and then I'm going to make the videos. What's up, Dwayne Kelly? Welcome to the 30-minute mark of the live stream. LCX playing dead, 2027. Yeah, be careful with LCX. I don't think I'm going to make a video on it, but be careful with LCX. Yeah, another coin that's... Oh, it did a migration. Yeah, be careful with LCX. Maybe you might get an OXC type move with it. Remember, OXC did a 10x, guys. Manlaw. Yo, Manlaw. Welcome to the live stream. I like the watch. Manlaw for $5. Thank you. That's a foot long, baby. $5 foot long. Let's go. Manlaw for $5 says, check out TBB, the Bitcoin Bull, again, and tell me what you think. Yeah, I don't know if you've asked me about this before. I think we actually might have a chart on this too. The Bitcoin Bull. Yeah, so I think I don't know if it was you that asked me about this, but this is very interesting because I think when you asked me about this, we were getting stuck here. And we said, okay, if there's a continuation, the next target on the upside is 11 cents 90, okay? And yeah, you're getting a breakout. So from the last time that we looked at this, even if you bought at 209, which I don't remember, I don't remember if it was you or not, but you did. We said the next target was around an 11x, and you're actually up 400% on it right now. It is a 47 million market cap. It is pretty high. Yeah, because it just did a 4x, right? What was it when we looked at it? Damn. It was, so almost, yeah, 400%. So divided by 4, 10 million. So what is that? 10 million, 50 million, 12.5 million, 12.33. So it was 13 million. No, it was 15 million. Yeah, 16. It was a 16 million market cap. 15 million market cap. Yeah, 15 million. So you've already gone up a lot. That's really good. Yo, good for you, man. I don't know how much money you had in this, but a 4x, and even if you bought here, which I don't know if you bought earlier, is a lot of money. I think that right now 1190 is still in play. Taking a look at it on the daily time frame, let's just look at it on the hourly, because again, this is very new. Let me see. Give me a second. Uno momento. Let me look at the indicators. I mean, it doesn't look too crazy. It's not like you're like super overextended, overbought, and you're still actually making higher highs. I would be concerned if it was like something like this where you're all the way at like 100 or whatever and you're staying over here. We've all seen coins do that with the RSI, and this is on the hourly, so take it with a grain of salt. But it's not even doing that, man. Overbought, every single time you hit overbought, you're making higher highs. This is exactly what coins are doing in bull markets. Yo, congratulations, dude. Live peer, I'll take a look. What's up, David? I'll take a look at that for you. Hell yeah, sounds like a solid plan. It does. It's gonna be the long game, but I think that's smart. I think that's healthy, and I think that's playing it very safe. And that's what I'm gonna do, because I'm sick and tired of losing money in altcoins. It was me. It was you. You asked me earlier. I'm up 200,000 on this. Yo, that's crazy. You're up $200,000 on this, man. Yo, bro. So you had 80%. You had like 50 grand in this, dude. That's a lot of money. You had $50,000 in this at this point, and then now you're at 200K, bro. Yo, good for you, dude. Good for you. Oh my God. You did buy. Yeah, I just assumed that you bought here, so 7,000. I just assumed you bought here because even that itself is a 400%. But you bought it like you must have bought it early, and yeah, you bought it at the start, bro. Good for you, man. Hey, please be careful. I know people don't like to hear that, especially when they're up like $500,000 or $250,000. But please be careful. Take profits, and just, yeah, 200. That is life-changing money. That's a lot of money, man. $200,000 is a lot of money. So I hope this continues. I hope that it starts getting listed on exchanges, and the second that it gets listed on big exchanges, you're solid, you're gold, and that's it. You're done, basically. So good for you, man. I think if it gets to that point, you'll have the liquidity to get out. You might even still have the liquidity to get out right now. So good job, man. Good for you. And thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you. I hope it continues. Feel free to always come in here and we can always take a look at it. I'm not going to look at the targets on the downside because there's really no point right now because you're so bullish. It's going to matter once you start getting really big pullbacks, because then it's like, okay, just like every single coin, which a lot of you know, how long is the pullback going to last and how low are we going to go? Which if it's like a coin on an exchange, you already know, oh, it's going to be 5 years of death. With every second of the way, you're like, oh my God, maybe this is the bottom. I'm sure you guys can relate to that. Profit taking, definitely. That's great. Flufin's like, take profits. Yeah. Trailing stop is what I would do. Trailing stop. Yeah. You told me that earlier. Basically, like, you put your stop loss and then you keep moving it up, or you put your longs and then you keep moving it up so you at least make some sort of profit. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, but obviously it's gonna be in the future. That's gonna be the future meow analysis. This meow analysis is spot buying Bitcoin and making like 10 to 20 grand. But that's it, crypto meow analysis? Yeah. Because think about it, man. Just like Hidden Bull said, if I have 20 grand and if I'm start. Let's just say I leverage trade with $1,000 or $2,000, and I get liquidated. I lose the $2,000. I still have another $18,000 to play with. That's a lot of money. That's all I need. That's all I need. Live peer. David says live peer. Yeah, let me take a look at live peer. And yo, good Manlaw 5. Thank you so much for the 5. Good luck with this. I really hope you get a breakout. Just remember, next target on the upside is 11 cents 90, which as of today is going to be another. That's crazy. Only 100%. Only 100%. So your $250,000 will be probably around $500,000 to a little bit more, if and when it does go up to that point, if we get a continuation. Live peer is LPT. The reason how I know that is because I used to look at this coin. Yeah, so for this, same here. You establish a floor, you broke the low. We need to basically redraw everything, right? So with live peer, another hope that you get a breakout. You have resistance here, which is still hitting the downtrend. You have a lot of resistance overhead. Yo, what is this? Give me a second. Yeah, so David, you need to break this area. You have resistance at 84 to around 200% move. It's not uncommon for it to do that. It's done that the entire way down. And that's if we've even put in a bottom. If not, we're just going to keep breaking down, validating this downtrend. So, heard a few years back, big players in live peer. Dwayne Kelly says, I think we're going down this week, but earnings beat big. CapEx spending out of control. You think we're already going to turn bearish? I mean, it kind of looks like it, right? It's getting ready. It's just suckering people in for that next breakout. But even though you came back up here and got stuck at resistance, I can see that. You have to plan to be wrong half the time, even when the entry looks good. Absolutely. I just need to sit there and tell myself it's okay to be wrong. Just make sure make sure you're fine with losing $1,000 and just go into the trade knowing, okay, well, hey, I could lose $1,000 here. But again, at that point, it won't matter because I'll be up like 10 or 20 grand with BTC proceeds. But then again, if I'm wrong every single time, it's going to take it. Maybe it'll be like 10, 15 times I'm wrong in a row. And then it's like you're at the blackjack table. I'm going to put $5. Okay, I got to put $10 now. Oh, I lost. I got to put 20. I got to put 40. I got to put 80. 160. Oh my gosh, I keep losing. 160. Oh my god, 320. 64. Oh no. I'm out. Liquidated. Dwayne Kelly says PYR took another dump. Bro, one of these days, man. One of these. Yeah, it did. Why? Yeah, like why? What's going on with this? Maybe it's a final capitulation. Don't rule it out. I mean, you did just have a pump to 9 cents though, 9 cents 70, and then you had a dump. So that's probably what happens. Yeah, don't. It might do this, man. It might do this. It might pull an OXT. So this is pure hopium, but OXT did a 10x from the bottom. So for PYR, I mean, you are so bearish, but I guess on the shorter time or relatively shorter time frame, resistance is at around 24 to 51 cents, which does coincide with the 200-day moving average at 27 cents, all areas of resistance. So what move is that though? Like, let's just say, Dwayne Kelly, let's just say you have $1,000 in here. Yeah, you're looking at 2,800 to around 6 grand if you get a nice little pump. So I don't know if that's even going to be, I don't know how much you have in it. I'm just throwing guesstimates out there, or estimates based off like the move up. I don't know if you want to get out if it goes up to that point, or if you're like, you want a continuation. But this is resistance, and every once in a while you do get massive moves up. This time was 300%. This one right here from the low was 145%. Right here was 96%. This one right here, not including that wick, was around 200%. So again, it's not impossible or crazy to say 200 to 400%, given that you're so down. You're so down, and you're literally sitting at all-time lows, up only 11%. It's got good supply. What if we look back on this summer and it's the best time to buy alts? That's also possible. Martingale, that sucker. Yeah, no, like I mean maybe. Forta gonna surprise all y'all. Pop out of 5x. Forta, dude, another coin I haven't heard of in a while. Yeah, very well. I mean, OXC can do a 10x. Why can't these coins? Why can't Benki or Spell Token? Do you guys remember Spell Token? Why can't Spell Token do a 10x, right? I feel like whoever is buying these now is like just huge risk. High risk, high reward. Yo, Dwayne Kelly for 5 beans. Let's go. Third super chat of the day. Thank you for the 5 beans, man. I really appreciate that. $5 foot long. Now I could buy 2 foot longs, dude. That's $10. Let's go. Yeah, I'm getting out and buy me some Google. That's smart. I don't think you could go wrong with that. If you're just longing Google, you can't go wrong with that, man. Look at this. Like how is anybody, where is it at? Or what is it, ABC? Yeah, why am I not finding it? Is it not ABC or it's Alphabet? There we go. Yeah, I mean, dude, like at any point you bought and you just held it long enough, you made money. You are almost extremely oversold on the daily time frame. What is that gap right here? Nasty gap, like 10% gap. Lagrange having move. Definitely buying Bitcoin soon. Yeah, I'm buying it at 40,000. Sorry, 43,000. That's when I'm buying it. Y'all can buy it whenever you want. I'm buying it at that. Ditto. Yeah, look at Google earnings on Hood. Let me log into my Robinhood. Give me a second. Oh, who's buying SpaceX with me at like 30 to 50 at $30 to $50? Hold on, buddy. Why is there like multiple? Oh my gosh, bro, that's insane. Why were they projecting so low? And what caused that? Is it because of AI? Oh my gosh, man, that's insane. $9.11, bro. Dude, that's yo. That's a lot of money. Yeah, that is a lot of money. That's actually insane. What if we hit 54 and some change? I don't know. I'll need to get a feel for it. I really don't know. I can't answer that right now until we actually start going down. I really want to just stick with my plan. And I've been saying, like, we're going to look back on this because I've been saying the same thing for a while. I mean, since November. We're going to look back in December and we're either going to be at 43 or we're going to start heading there or whatever. I'm still going to be saying the same thing. The only time this chart's going to change is if we invalidate this downtrend, if we start breaking 72, or if we break below 43. That's the only time that this is going to change. So, dude, Dwayne Kelly, that's like, it's because of AI, right? I wonder what AI thing that they're coming out with. Hmm. Let's see. Oh, yo, Dwayne Kelly, thank you so much for the 5 beans. I really appreciate it. All right, let's start taking a look at these coins. Yeah. Taking a look at double O token or 00 token. So we had a nice move, right? Yeah, we're up 113% on the week. And I can't, is this, no, this isn't the right one, is it? 208. Yeah, this is the wrong one. Let me see. Yeah, so just keep in mind you're still in this downtrend and you're very far away from breaking out. Good thing is that you're over the 200-day moving average and you do have resistance overhead still at 1 cent 30 to 3 cents 40. Okay, so that is resistance overhead, but just be mindful that you could still theoretically come to that area and you're actually already hitting this downtrend right now. So you need to break this downtrend, form some sort of higher low, and then break out of this area of resistance overhead to invalidate this downtrend. However, if you do get stuck at this downtrend, expect a bigger move back down, and at that point we need to figure out whether we're forming some sort of higher low and forming some sort of uptrend, or if we're going to give it all back and capitulate more. So hopefully it doesn't. Had a really nice move, had around a 267%, and the good thing is that it's not just dumping back down immediately. You're still holding this level. So we'll keep a close eye on it. We'll keep monitoring it. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. Thank you so much for your support. Coins like Moonwell due to move. Moonwell, I haven't looked at Moonwell in a while too. Yeah, I remember Moonwell did good too, and then it gave it all back. Yeah, Moonwell is still at this low, so nothing's actually changed with Moonwell. If you start breaking down, which it looks like you are, there is no more flow. You're gonna do a Goldfinch 2.0, where you're gonna end up capitulating and having a big move down. So just be careful with Moonwell. All right, let's see. Espresso. Oops. Espresso. Does anybody want an espresso right now? Let's go. Is Vision still alive? Damn, he is.
Bring your child's dream room to life at Living Space.
Whoa. Nice. Espresso. Oops. Taking a look at espresso, mostly because it's up so much and we're extremely overbought. I always like to look at these coins and say, hey, be careful. We're up around 100% from this low, and it does look like you are getting stuck at resistance overhead. So you did hit the 0.5 resistance, now you're getting a pullback. If it does not stay over 9 cents 40, I do think you are going to have a bigger move down. You could still theoretically come back and retest this previous area of resistance as support. As long as you do manage to maintain some sort of uptrend and upward channel and respect this area of support, you will eventually get another attempt at breaking out, which if it does double top breakout, the next target on the upside will be 13 cents, 16 and a half, 22 cents, which is where it came out at, and then all-time highs up to 52 cents. However, all that's valid if you still maintain this uptrend. If you don't, and if you start breaking down, then you're making a lower high, and you will come back down and retest these lows. If not, break down, make a lower low. So please be careful. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. Thank you so much for your support. We used to make Benki videos all the time. And then it turned bearish. Yeah. Taking a look at Benki. We haven't looked at Benki in a while. The last time we looked at Benki, you were establishing a low here at 2029. You can see that you actually capitulated and then made all-time lows. You are getting a relief rally or a bounce, whatever you want to call it. Unfortunately, it is still bearish. Oops. It is still bearish. You do have resistance overhead between, we just have to kind of shift this down for the new area of resistance. And you have resistance at 204 to 1 cent. These are all areas where traders will be taking profits, including the 200-day moving average at 2017, which you actually came up to and then got rejected at. So it is still bearish, first and foremost, as long as it is below the moving averages. And in terms of if you get some sort of major relief rally, you need to maintain price levels over this area of resistance and start forming some sort of uptrend. If you don't, then just like every single time before, you're making a lower high and you're getting smacked down and making lower lows. So please be careful with Benki. I will keep you updated. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Mogcoin looks one of the best memes to buy. Yo, where is Matthew Jobco? I think he has a lot of Mogcoin. Yeah, so Mogcoin, we need to break over 6.11. If we don't get some sort of relief rally, which even then you could still make a lower high, so traders will still get wrecked, then you're looking at just basically capitulation next lower low, which, I mean, what's the next area of support for Mog? On the macro time frame, it would be 7 zeros 59, which I think that itself is another 50% capitulation. And I know a lot of people are like, that's impossible. Just remember, from this low, we went up 600%, and then now we're down 62%. So a little bit of a reality check for anybody that thinks that that's not possible. Unfortunately, it is. All right, DIA. I guess we've made it to DIA, David. DIA. Yeah, so taking a look at DIA on the live stream. So be careful. The last time we looked at it, you can see we established a floor here at 16 cents. You didn't quite get a break over 23 cents or hit resistance overhead. Price got rejected and capitulated. So updating the chart, we simply need to move our fib and say resistance is strong at around 1770, which is the 200-day moving average, and you still have resistance overhead at the 236 at 25 cents to 45 cents. So please keep in mind you could have a massive rally that pushes price to these points, but if you don't validate some sort of uptrend or get some sort of continuation, then you're just looking at making a lower high like you have been doing every single time, and then coming down making lower lows. So please be careful. Once you start breaking out and forming uptrends, we'll take a look at the targets on the upside. But until then, 1770, 25 cents, 45 cents, those are all areas of resistance overhead, given that we have put in the low. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. That's a pretty big move. Yeah, it's around a 60% move. That's a pretty big move. LL, just look at GFI. I already did. I did earlier. Remember, we compared it with, I compared it with a lot of different coins that ended up doing like a 20x. Yeah, like no reward, man. You put $1,000 in, you turn $1,000 into $21,000, and then you're sitting at $63. Like only in crypto can you turn $1,000 into 21,000 into $60. It's just crazy. You know, if you buy, like I might as well just buy $60 worth right now, and then if it goes back up, it's 20 grand, 160x. How insane is that? And I guess did it? GFI, did it? Yeah, what was the market cap on this? Yeah, I mean, it's only 3 million right now, but look, bro, it hit 155 million. That's literally a 50x from the current price. It's a 50x. So what is that? 1,000. So we put in $1,000 right now, and if it goes back up to the all-time high, you're looking at 50 grand. Damn. I mean, might as well buy right now. Like, there's no reward for holding, man. It's just unfortunate. Theorec, THQ. Yeah, we haven't looked at this in a while. I sold all my GFI at 19 cents before that drop a few months back. Bought Forte, sold it into GFI, and bought Stater. Nice. That's what I'm saying with the drop. Yeah, insane, bro. Taking a look at Theorec, or THQ, on the live stream. So the last time we looked at this, your low was here at 3 cents. We said you had resistance overhead at 4 cents, 80 to 6 cents. You attempted to break this area. Unfortunately, you couldn't, and you've just been making lower lows ever since. Now, I know a lot of people are excited. This is a massive move, right? From the low, it's around a 50% move. Please be careful. It's been doing this every single time. So if you're a moon boy, or if you think that there's going to have some sort of continuation, you need to start invalidating this downtrend, start breaking resistance overhead and forming uptrends, which in this case is breaking 1 cent 90 to 2 cents 90. That is resistance. Please keep in mind that you are almost extremely overbought. Last time we were here, I mean, this price just got instantly rejected and you capitulated. I'm not saying the same thing's going to happen here, but just be mindful of the fact that we are in a bear market. It is bearish and you're making lower highs. So a lot of resistance needs to break. A lot of invalidation needs to happen for the next targets on the upside. First and foremost, this area of resistance needs to break. Once that breaks, then we can start forming the uptrend and looking at the targets on the upside. All I'm saying is please be careful. I know it's up 50%, but you might actually be making a lower high. None of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Yeah, we're making a lot of good videos today. Let's go. Should have sold Stater when it moved was quick flip. Yeah, but you never know. You always think it's going to be a continuation. It happens so fast, and by the time you're like, man, I'm going to sell, it's like you're already down. Like your profits are probably even down a lot, and you're like, oh my God, I saw like $5,000 profit. Now I'm only at $3,000. Maybe it'll go up. And then just slowly but surely, it's like the market just takes it all back. Rugrats says, have you looked over Enso? If not, may you please? I don't know. For $5 I can. Imagine. Enso, let me see. What is this coin? I haven't looked at it. I mean, unless someone comes in here and asks for it, man. I'm not going to just look up Enso unless it's up like 40%. Yeah, so it's on Binance. It just came out. Not till, yeah, it came out October. Yeah, I can take a look at it for you. No worries. Enso. Oh, I guess we've previously. Oh my gosh, look at this. We actually looked at this, believe it or not. And we said if you get rejected here, then it's going back down here. And you never ended up breaking out, so you ended up basically breaking down, capitulating, which is obviously what I drew beforehand. So that's pretty cool. I like looking back and seeing that the plays are validated, right? So it looks like you've double bottomed here. You're getting another attempt at breaking out. You really want to consolidate over this low. If you don't, you're just validating some sort of big downtrend that's forming. You still have resistance overhead, so if you bought this low and when it was extremely oversold, that's good. We always encourage buying when if you're going to buy a coin at all, you really want to take advantage of the times that it is extremely oversold. So if you like this coin, you would have waited until here, and if you would have bought, you would have been up already 50% on that position, right? Now you still have resistance overhead at between 87 cents to $1.20. You could still theoretically come back to this area and hit this downtrend, making a lower high. However, once you break out, $2, $4.50, and then price discovery up to 17.50 is in play. So a lot of upside potential, but also a lot of areas that it could get stuck at and you can never go back up to. Just like back here, for an example, I'll show you really quick. You came back up and you had a 786 retracement with a lower high. You would have never have thought that you would have topped out here. You thought that there would have been a continuation and a breakout. You came up here, made a lower high. Price got rejected and you never came back up here since February. So it's been literally 5 months now. I'm not saying that's going to happen this time, but just pure analysis and common sense. Just be mindful of the fact that it might actually just come up here and make a lower high. And then you might have another capitulation down. So what do we always say? Take profits on the way up. Even here, you're up 50% given that you took advantage of the fact that it was extremely oversold. Take profits, take profits, take profits. But not financial advice, just my opinion. Anyway, these past few years have been emotional, meow. I know. Freaking look at OXT, man. If only, so I think I ended up like putting in like 30 or 40K into OXT, dollar cost averaging down. Bro, if only I had put that amount in at this very bottom, and it literally 10x'd. Like, if only I did that down here, I would have made like $500,000. It literally 10x. It's just, I guess buying altcoins is just timing. That's all it is, and it's getting out. Because if you don't get out, you're literally gonna give it all back. And I'm never gonna do that again. So. Never again. I just want to buy Bitcoin at below 43K. Dominic says bottom could be in for Nike stock. Nike stock? That's a new one. You're buying Nike? Whoa. This is so bad. What the hell? Oh my god. Dude, Nike hasn't done anything since 2014. It's been 12 years. Yo, that's so bad. Yeah, what's different from this than doo-doo coins? It's down 73% from its high. Does it at least pay dividends or no? Let me see. Bro, this is horrible. This is like Disney. I mean, they're profitable. I mean, not a lot. I mean, it's still money though. They're working with like billions of dollars, I'm assuming. So, I mean, that's not bad when you're talking about billions of dollars. Where is 3.66%? I mean, that's more than my savings account. But it kind of sucks when you look at this chart. You've been dollar cost averaging since 2021. You're actually underwater. Yeah. Kato was up 24% too. Made my profit there. Kato. We actually made a video on Kato recently because it was up. Yeah, Kato actually hit resistance at $1.18. Wow, it actually hit our target. Excuse me. That's pretty good. Good for you, man. If you had watched the video, then you would have seen that that's the next area of resistance. It might have a 7.8. It might be a 786 retracement, just like we just looked at your other coin, or it might be a continuation. So, I hope it's a continuation. Yo, am I getting subscribers? Let me see. Am I finally breaking out? Let's see. Let's see if I'm finally breaking out. Yeah, look at this. This video, Digibuy got 207 views, and I got 73 cents for it. Let's go. It's pretty good. All right, what am I looking at? Oh yeah, I'm looking at subscribers. Yo, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and help me get to 10,000 subscribers. Yo, we're finally breaking out. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and help me get to 9308. I hope I get to, my only life dream is to get to 9,308 subscribers. Please get me there. Otherwise, I'm leaving. I'm out. I'm not looking at any of your coins. No, I'm just joking. Let's see. I will be an old man by the time ABT moves. Yeah, ArcBlock also had another good move, but what's the point of having these really big moves and then just basically giving it all back? Because look, ABT was another coin that had a massive rally, man. Look at this. Life changing. Put $1,000 in, you take out 70 grand, bro. I'll take that. Like, what? $1,000 to 70K? Sure, okay. I'm sure anyone will. Yo, let's go. Ask and you shall receive. Now, did nobody unsubscribe? Okay, all right, I'll close it. I'll close it now. I got my 1 subscriber. Peace out, everyone. Nah, I'm just joking. Imagine. I get my 1 subscriber. All right, I'm done. Bye. See ya. Every coin has a say. Nike's going lower, bearish on the weekly, monthly, and the 3-month chart. Of course, I watched the video, man. David, have you seen? Of course, I watched the video, man. That's perfect. Yeah, dude, Kato, man. Now, the good thing is that I don't know if you took profit, or I don't know if you sold everything, or if you're sold a portion and you're hoping for a breakout. But if Kato does get a breakout, man, I mean, there's no reason why it won't go to 290 and then price discovery up to $13, which technically, I mean, back up to its all-time high itself is another 150%. It's pretty good. And then all-time highs is 10x. Can it 10x? Let me see. I mean, 2 billion market cap, maybe. I don't think it's ever been that high. No, it's never been that high. The highest market cap it's been was like 600 million, so you're looking at like a 3 to 4x that. It's possible. If it's the coin, it's possible. David for sure. You seen SNK, money has been there for sure. Magic ain't done anything in a long time. 70x. Magic. Wasn't that a Coinbase coin? Yeah, this is another Coinbase coin, right? Yeah. I remember they listed this. It just went to zero. 414,000 holders. Yo, Slim Shady, welcome. Dots on Soul. Let's see. We got the real Slim in the house. Let's go. Put your hands up. All right, so for Solana, like depending on if you're buying now, if you're going long on it, just be careful because if we're bearish ultimately, and I've had this drawn for since January of 2025. If we're bearish, we're going down here to $17 to $31 at some point. That's the next step. From there, we'll kind of have to reassess. In the shorter time frame, you have resistance overhead, which you've already tagged almost $84 to 104, which does coincide with the 200-day moving average on the daily time frame at $88. You could still come up there, and it could be bearish. You could get stuck, stay below the moving average, come back down, make a lower low. Damn, look at this car. Wait, hold on. Oh my God. Look at this, dude. Look at this beauty. Yo. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Wait, hold on. Let me see. How come I can't, like, click it? Yo, look at this. Oh my God. It's $101,000. It's $1,700 a month. Oh my gosh. Oh man, imagine driving down the Keys with this, with the top down. Woo! Man, come on. What am I talking about? I can't afford that. All right. Let's freaking, it's the universe trying to get me back into a car payment, man. $1,700. I can't even afford that even if I wanted to. It's freaking I'd go broke. I actually wouldn't even be able to. That's crazy. But such a nice car. Whoa. 0 to 60 in like 1.5 seconds, bro. I'll probably lose consciousness. I'll probably go dizzy and crash the car. Maybe it's a good thing I can't afford that because then I won't die. Where was I before I got distracted? Oh yeah, thoughts on Sol. Yeah, so you got resistance at 84 to 104. So keep in mind, you could still come up here and be bearish, come back down, make a lower low. You're just stuck in a downtrend right now. We've been in a downtrend since January of 2025. And I do think that ultimately you come down to $17 to $31 if you don't start reversing and breaking these bigger areas of resistance overhead, which is 84, 104, and 147. So not financial advice, just my opinion. Meow, can you take a look at Plume? Liquidity is solid. Plume, we used to also look at Plume. This is another Coinbase coin. Yeah, so 74 million, not almost fully diluted, but it is at 1 cent. I don't like the chart. I don't like when charts look like this and you're down 92%. See, it's like you're getting rewarded for buying now, but imagine getting into the project back when it first came out. There's absolutely no reward. You'd be down 92%. So obviously it seems to me that you're just now getting into it, which is good because then, you know, you're reaping the rewards, but you're never going to get into this coin and stay in down here and still be bullish on it when you're down 92% on that position. Or if you're like me and if you're really loyal, then you're just going to either get wrecked or you're going to make a lot of money. Yeah, so with Plume, right now it does look good because the moving averages they are curling right now. They are flattening out. So you might actually be in for a bigger move. We still have resistance overhead at 1 cent 90 to 3 cents. So right now you're looking at around 70 to 63% move to the upside. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Yeah, I sold K2 already. ABT done 70x. Allo, welcome to the live stream. Do you see OXC did a 10x, bro? We missed it. You haven't been here in a while. You didn't see that, right? I'm sorry. It's been a while, so you haven't come here in a while, right? We haven't talked about this, right? Yo, it did a 10x, man. OXC did a 10x, but I don't think you were in here, so Regardless if it breaks below the 200-day moving average, which it is respecting, which is scary because you actually might be in for the next move up. You heard it here on Meow Analysis TCG, or not Meow Analysis TCG. That's my other channel. You heard it here on Crypto Meow Analysis. If you stay over 1 cent 30 on OXT, you're gonna get a big move. You might actually end up doing 100x from the low, which is crazy because I sold it. Looking at cards when I come in, LOL. I know. Well, dude, the ads, man. The ads really know how to get you. PNG will always run if AVAX. You think AVAX is dead? Forget about PNG. 600 horsepower, ridiculous call for that side. 450 fine. No, man. The more horses, the better. Come on. Dude, 600 horsepower on that. Dude, oh my gosh, man. That's a nice car. Yo, imagine driving down the Florida Keys. Just with the top down, with your glasses on, with the hurricane like on the horizon, but it's super sunny on one side, and on the other side you have a freaking thunderstorm. Bro, that's the dream right there. I still think it's bullish. It looks like it's, as long as you're over 1 cent 30, it's still bullish, man. OXC got everyone out, then done a 10x, I know. But it's still below where I sold it. If it gets back over 6 cents, that would be insane because I sold it at 6 cents. I sold my last 100,000 at 6 cents. So, but then again, guys, think about it. If I had held my 6,000 down to 203 and it did a 10x, I would still be down $5,500. Sorry, I would be down $4,500. So it's like there's no winning. I would have had to literally buy the bottom. If it dips below 1 cent, bro, it probably will, man. It will probably do something like this, where you actually end up doing that, and then maybe you get a breakout. It always does this. OXC likes doing this. I can't buy it though because I'm banned on Coinbase. Hold on, I gotta get some water. It's way too hot. It's getting way too hot in here. It's funny, I actually, I went in to grab water, but I don't want to put ice in it, so I'm like, ooh, I'm just going to grab a LaCroix. And drink this nice cold drink. Is Vision still alive or no? Let's see. No, he's not. I went in there. I literally typed like 6 different messages. He didn't read my messages, so I was like, you know what? Vision? No more FaceTiming you. I'm done FaceTiming you. Dude, it's crazy, man. I was right about SHIB too, Aloe. I really have to just trust my gut on these because look at this, man. I was literally about to put $4,100 or $4,200. Actually, you guys think I'm joking, right? Look, I'll show you guys. Let me see. Where's the account? No. Where is it at? SHIB. Where's my... Okay, look at this. Oh, no, I can't because it shows my name. Never mind, I can't even do that. Not that I really care, but I don't want to have any of my personal information online. I'm just Crypto Analysis. Sneaky, if you ask me. I mean, all the memes look like that, but shit was the only one that did 40%. It's kind of hindsight bias. Yo, should I buy Elon? Should I just put $3,100 into Elon? I feel like I would have needed to do it down here when it was extremely oversold. So once we go back down there, and if we end up staying down here, I think I'll do it. Look at ship market cap move was overdue. Yeah, there's some life on meme coins. Yeah, look at this. Yup. They need to make sure to keep the ooh, hold on. They need to make sure to keep the people interested and back in. Let's see. Dog and me. I don't know, man. OXC market cap was like 3 million. Elon was like 30 million. Yeah, but I don't really. This doesn't count because they released the rest of the supply, but the supply is locked, so I don't even know how that works. Like, I don't think this is even right. Look at this. They literally released everything here. It should actually be this divided by 2, which is 15. I think it could go much higher than that. But yeah, I mean, you're right. Maybe it might go to 5 million. If it goes to 5 million, then it does look like it is getting delisted on a lot of exchanges, though, which isn't good. Let me look it up. Is Dogelon Mars being delisted? Let's Google this right now. Yes, Dogelon Mars has faced several notable spot trading delistings on major exchanges due to liquidity and stricter listing standards. Key platforms include Bybit, removed Elon spot trading pairs in June of 2026. OKX delisted Elon in January 2026, which we already knew that. Smaller exchanges rebranded. But then it says the major exchange OKX has relisted Dogelon after 2 weeks of delisting it. So is it back on OKX? No, it's not. Huh. So why did they say that? Let me see. Yeah, it's not on OKX. Let me look at Robinhood. Let's see. Let me check Gemini. Give me a second. Let me try to log in. And then I gotta authenticate because obviously I'm not a bot. And I always security factor everything like 5 different ways. Just to make sure I don't get hacked. Yeah, it's still at 33. Hmm. Yeah, it's still at 33, unfortunately. Hmm. Oh well. Yeah, so I'd actually have to push the price up, which I'm not going to do. Sally, welcome to the live stream. Sally says, can you look at Near Protocol? I haven't looked at Near Protocol in a while, but you can see that the last time we looked at it, we said we had resistance between $1.79 and $2.87. You actually came up here perfectly. You retested this area of resistance, and you're still stuck in this downtrend. I mean, this was a massive move, right? Yeah, this is around a 270% move, so traders definitely took profits at that area. A couple things, though. You're still over the 236 at $1.79, and you could still argue that an uptrend is forming, and this channel is still valid. You're still over the moving averages. You're over the 200-day moving average of $1.58. I do think that if you break $1.58, then you're cooked. You're probably going to come back down and retest the lows. So if you're looking out for it for a continuation, you need to stay over $1.58 for a continuation. So if not, again, you're cooked. All right, let's see. Oh, it is way too hot in here. I can't wait to move so I have central AC. Woo! Living the rich life, man. I gotta have central air conditioning instead of fans that just blow the hot air on you. Oh man, I made it in life. I'm gonna have AC. I'm gonna have central AC, boys. Let's go. Freaking 1 more month, 2 more months, right? July, August, September, yeah, 2 more months. Damn, that's freaking have to move. Stupid area. It has to be too freaking expensive. What a joke. Now I gotta move. Ugh. Man. Remember back in 2024, memes caught us off guard. Yeah, they did. Like Bonk. Bonk came out of nowhere. Dude, Bonk had a massive rally. Look at this. Bonk also had life-changing money. Made life-changing money back here. Bonk literally went from 607 and did 300x. No, not even a 300x. Sorry, you even here to this first move was 190x. Like you don't need to hold it past that. You made it. If you did 190x, you made it. Like you don't necessarily need to hold anything anymore. You're done. Ergo just got delisted from a few places. It's looking kind of like OXT before the move. Ergo. Was it delisted on Coinbase or no? It's still on Coinbase. But yeah, it does look like it's basically dying. And yeah, you're right. Oh my gosh, dude. This is so bad. It went from 5 cents to 1 cent all in. Yeah, this is very bad. This is very bad. Very, very bad. Yeah, this is pretty bad, guys. I mean, you're basically at your all-time low. Did it even count that wick or no? Yeah, you just actually made all-time lows a day ago and you're up 5%. So you're literally catching a falling knife, hoping to catch the bottom here. Good luck. You might catch a 10x, man. You might catch a 10x. Any thoughts on general outlook on Doge? I'd rather sell my Near and Atom, but they are trapped. My Layer 1, regret not buying Injective. Living the crypto dream, meow. Yeah. I'm going to have that AC, man, instead of sweating here. Let's see. What'd you say? Doge. Yeah, Doge is still bearish, man. Doge is probably going back down to 5 cents, but we've been saying that for a while now. Once you broke 8 cents, once you broke 8 cents, basically, unless you come up here for whatever reason and retest 9 cents 60, I mean, there's no reason for it to go back down to 5, for it not to go back down to 4 to 5 cents. And if it does, what makes you think it's not going to pull a GFI and just basically capitulate, make lower lows? I mean, Dogecoin did, yeah, Dogecoin did a 900% move from this low. So you really need to get back over 8 cents. Once you do that, 9 cents 60, and then a breakout from this downtrend. That's what you're waiting for. Gotta get through the trenches, boys. Basically. Basically. Let's see. Any new updates? Why it's pumping? Yo, we are getting more. We are getting more subscribers. That's really good, actually. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, we're getting a lot more subscribers, which is good. We are at 9310 now. So I think we got like 6 today. Yeah, we were at 9304, so now we're at 936. Peak concurrent viewers was 19. Yo, let's go 9311. Yeah, subscribers are going up, but that's typically what happens when we start getting massive rallies. You know, for the longest time we were just sideways. You know, we have to endure this pain, unfortunately. I can't make this up. I can't make this stuff up, guys. Look, I literally endured pain from May until basically now, July 18th. And then we're starting to get subscribers. Like, the subscriber counts really start moving up. So it just goes to show, if you can endure death, then you can reap the glory, I guess. Whatever you want to call it. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Just wait till 1,000 screaming and meow. Check the details in the chat. Yeah, seriously. I mean, when we start moving up with BTC, the live streams are going to be a lot different, man. The live streams are just going to be basically, okay, how high can BTC go? I'm going to have my Robinhood up. And hopefully by that point, you're going to see like my BTC being up like $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. And I'm just going to be like chilling. Oh, you guys don't even need to super chat, man. I'm going to be up $7,000. Let's go. I know that's not a lot of money, but that is a lot of money to me. So that's pretty good. Got to start somewhere. Yeah, I was disappointed in Doge move. Didn't even get to 750. Yeah. I mean, you might get a continuation. There might be a continuation. Yo, Bitcoin Bajan for 5 beans. Let's go, man. Thank you. Welcome to the live stream. Give me a second. I gotta turn on the AC. I got $5. So now I can officially turn on the swamp cooler. All right, swamp cooler is officially on. All right, let's see. Okay, SUI. Bitcoin Bajan for $5. Turning on the swamp cooler says, how low can SUI go? I don't know. Let's see. So SUI, we were looking at the targets on the upside right now, given that we bottomed at 66 cents. Okay. Ultimately, I do think that you're sitting on support right now. You can see 64 cents is support, which you are respecting. But the same thing, it kind of looks like Dogecoin, where the same thing, right? If you actually break below 64 cents, if you just keep validating a downtrend, making lower lows, there's nothing stopping it from coming back down to 46 cents to 35 cents, okay? And that's exactly what we said, just for comparison purposes. Let's look at Dogecoin. That's exactly what we said with Dogecoin, where Dogecoin, it's like, hey, 8 cents was really, really important support. You did tag it here back in February, You came up, you retested the 200-day moving average here. You retested its previous support, which is flipped resistance at 1180, and then you got rejected and you broke support, and now you're just stuck in limbo with Dogecoin. So the reason why I bring this up is because, look, literally the same thing might happen here, where, okay, you get a massive rally or you come up into the 200-day moving average at 97 cents, but if you're holding it, you could still make a lower high, exactly like you did here, where you came up here to the 200-day moving average and you actually capitulated. You are still respecting 64 cents though. So as long as you respect 64 cents support and you establish a floor here, you'll get another attempt at breaking out. You really want to get consolidation and a breakout. That way you can still argue for an uptrend forming, and then you can get that next higher high. So if I had to say how low can it go, 64 cents needs to hold. And then if you really like SUI and if you really want to buy areas of support, I would just say if you like SUI at 64 cents, you're going to like SUI at 45 cents to 34 cents. Because two things. One, it never goes down that low and you're already going to make money because the bottom's in. Or two, it goes down that low and then you get to dollar cost average for even less. So you got to buy the coin that you want even less for even less money. And that's really big. That's a 50% discount on the price. You're looking at around 35 to around 50% discount on your coin. Not financial advice, just my opinion. Thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate that. As far as how high it can go, I mean, keep in mind it's a 2.8 billion market cap. The highest market cap it's ever been was 13 billion. So it's fully diluted as 7.12 billion. Total supply is 10 billion. So just be careful and be mindful of the fact that they are releasing tokens into circulation, and it is inflationary. This doesn't look steep. It doesn't look like a lot, and it does extend out to 2030. But nonetheless, it doesn't mean that, like, you know, you need to also be aware of that. It's time before they pull the plug. It's time to leave before they pull the plug. Nukes ain't real. If stocks have another bearish week, is nuking again? A TS is nuking again? What's TS? Let's go. We got 21 bogeys in here. If you guys aren't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And feel free to come by the live stream so we can all look at your guys' coins and look at Bitcoin, and hopefully we all make it. Hopefully. I mean, just remember, guys, we are in a bear market. So for the 50% of you that are in here that are new, just remember we're bearish. So just don't feel bad if we start going down, and don't say crypto sucks because we're in a bear market. So this is just a temporary relief rally. So just please be mindful of that, because this always happens. You know, you'll get used to it. You'll get used to it. Anyways, we made a lot of videos today. We've been live for an hour and 43 minutes. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Exactly, no one knows how low, exactly. But I mean, if you guys like a coin, like Bitcoin Bajan came in here and said, hey, how low can SUI go? At least now he knows, and now he has this data available to him where it's like, okay, so we have macro support here. We're not oversold, we're close to neutral, if anything. And we have support down here at 47 cents to 35 cents. So given that we don't basically just completely go to zero, which I don't think we will for SUI, now you have some targets and you don't need to worry. You buy $1,000 now and you hope to never buy back. You hope that your support doesn't get hit, because if it doesn't, you know you're still going to be making money, right? And if it does, then great, because Bitcoin Bajan can now buy at 47 to 36 cents. Yo, Bitcoin Bajan, are you still? You're not in military. I'll never forget Iran military cat, dude. I hope you made a lot of money in this, dude. Okay, well, it came back down, but I'll never forget you asking me to look at that coin for you. You want a bag, so accumulation. Exactly. If you're going to buy it, you might as well know all areas of support, right? Saying nukes aren't real, then me looking at my portfolio getting nuked. Yeah. I did, thank you. You're absolutely welcome, Bitcoin Bajan, and thank you so much for the 5 beans. I really appreciate it. David says millions of people think they can come into crypto with $100 and make it. Doesn't work like that. I mean, unless you're just straight up gambling. But yeah, I mean, there's always going to be those couple people that turn 100. You remember Triple T? Dude, that guy came in here and turned $100 into $20,000 on the live stream. He like super chatted like $50, and like he made like so much money. He was like, oh, I'm gonna ride it to like $100,000. But good thing he took it out, and I think he started his own like CMOS business. But that's all it takes, man. The guy literally came in here. I don't know if you guys remember him. He came over here and he turned $100 into 20 grand, literally on the live stream. And he was so happy that he super chatted. I remember he super chatted like $50. He constantly super chatted because he made like 20 grand. So he was like, oh, thank you. Like, he didn't have to, but you know, it's awesome when people make a lot of money, because it's like, even when we were bullish last cycle and I was in the other live stream, it's like when my coin was going up and I made a lot of money, I super chatted so much to Vision, and I still do, because you know, it's like you're watching them, they're content creators. So it's like, hey, thank you for looking at my crappy coin that's now at 0 and you absolutely did nothing for me. No, I'm just joking, but you know what I mean. It's like, thank you for being in this with me in a sense. Who was Triple T? Just, I don't know, but he's still subscribed. I still see him subscribe to the channel. Dollar and a dream for sure. Yeah. Damn, I wish I got that. I never gambled in the Solana casino or the Uniswap. I never got into that because it was way too complicated to buy Ethereum and then transfer it over to a third-party app and then swap. I never got into that. That was not, I never liked that whole concept. I hope he's okay and didn't get wrecked. I hope so too, but nobody really knows, right? Nobody knows. People, I don't know, to each their own, but I hope not. Every single time I say, I hope you guys all make it, man. I really hope nobody gets wrecked bad, and if you do, I hope you learn from it, because I got wrecked. I tell you exactly. You know, oh my god. I made like my money in Shiba Inu last run. I made like 17 grand in Shiba Inu last run. And I could have made more, but I sold it early. I sold it here, this first pump. But I gave it literally all back and more throughout the course of literally until last June. So last year, so 5 years from 2020, from 2021. So like, it just sucks. Like, it really, I'm okay. But it's horrible when you make like 17 grand and then you just, throughout the last 5 years, you just see it basically going down while you're adding your own money into it. Horrible feeling. If the bank wants you out, you know your place, right? Know you're in the right place. If the bank wants you out, you know you're in the right place. My guess is he lost all his money. You need to lose to eventually win in this space. Yeah, which is why I kind of shifted. I got lucky, but I made so much money all of a sudden overnight. Put $4,000 to take out 21 grand. That's pretty good, right? I know it might not be, some of you probably have seen more or more money, but for me, it's like, imagine if I put in $4,000 and then all of a sudden overnight, like I made 17 grand. That's pretty freaking good for one day. It wasn't one day, but it was like, it felt like one day because it was like, oh my god, one day you wake up and it's up so much. So you get really excited and you think like, oh my god, I just did that. So like, what? I can now turn this 17,000, or I can turn this 20 grand, and all I got to do is just get a 5x. All I got to do is just get a 2 to 3x, and then that's how it starts. And you end up just buying a complete dud, and it never ends up going up. Just like I had to lose, yeah, and exactly. So, and that's why now I'm so careful with when I put my money in or where I put my money in, or the fact that I only want to buy Bitcoin because I don't want to get wrecked. I want to just take the safe route. I want to make a little bit of money rather than turning 4 grand into $17,000. Those days are over for me. Just like how I had to lose my work to eventually remember the right way to go. Sorry to tell you guys, we live in an upside down world. Yeah, but it's okay. As long as you're the one that's right side up, you can eventually change the reality to match yours. Yeah, it's some freaking great LaCroix over here. We've been live for an hour. We've been almost live for 2 hours now. That's pretty good. I have a lot of videos to edit. So I think we're going to call it at 2 hours. Floofin says, what is your bull market top prediction again, Meow? So that's a good question. So I'm going to sell. So I'm going to start selling my BTC at, what was it, like 190? I'm not going to start selling it at 190, but 172. So depending on how low we go, so when we eventually do bottom and we start printing green in the Gaussian channel, I need to redraw all these. Like these vertical lines need to go away. These data points need to go away because we need to see, okay, well, how long are we going to be in the green based off of the prior cycles? So 173 conservatively, and then given, let's just say 43,000 is the bottom, 241. So 173 to 241. So if I see Bitcoin at 173 to 241, I'm going to be selling all my Bitcoin. However, I'm also going to be selling at 100,000. So given that 43,000, we start going up, that's around 127%. Let's just say I buy $10,000. I'm probably going to take my money out and let the other profit run to 170 to 224. That's what I think. 170 to 240. Given that the bottom is 43, if it goes lower, maybe the target will change by a couple of tens of thousands of dollars, but it's going to be around that point, in my opinion. Which again isn't really crazy, right? If you think about it, from the previous peak, 170 is 40%, and then 240 is like 90%. So you're looking at, like, very conservatively speaking, which I think is fair. It could go to the moon. Who freaking knows? I don't know. But I'm going to be selling up, like, all of it at that point. Because at that point, I think we're going to be topped. It might go a little bit higher. It might not. I'm going to be out, though. And I'm going to do what I said earlier when I was talking to Hidden Bull. It's okay, now we're going to start putting in our shorts when I know it's confirmed bearish. And when we start printing red on the Gaussian channel. But that's what I think. Hold on, give me a second. I need to look at something. I guess we have like 2 more minutes, so if anybody has any other last questions, just let me know before I end the live stream. But I need to look at something because I need to see if I have a card in my commander deck. I know this is very unprofessional, but honestly, we've been live for 2 hours now, so I don't care. Let me see if I have this card. Lara Dawnbringer. Bro, I've actually never played this card, and I'm wondering why. Oh my god, do I even have? Yeah, I do. Alright, let's see. How many lands do I have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 37. Yeah, it's perfect. Dude, I've never... Alright, let me put this away. I'm gonna put my magic cards away because I'm a nerd. Oh my gosh, you play Magic? Yeah, I play Commander. Yes, I do. Let's go. And these are my tokens, which I don't think I need that. I don't need this. Nice. Alright, we hit our 2-hour mark. Let's go. Alright guys. So I think we're gonna call it here. We peaked 21 concurrent viewers, which is really good. I think we're gonna call it here. So been live for about 2 hours now. None of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion. This is all just for entertainment purposes and nothing more. Thank you so much for all the super chats. We did get a lot of super chats today, so thank you so much for all the super chats. Thank you so much for all the memberships and all the subscribers. I really appreciate all the support. I hope everybody has a great Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your day. And we will see you in the next live stream. Enjoy your day, enjoy your week, and I'll see everybody in the next live stream. Take care, everyone.